One.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Say it
No,
then. Hurry.
I'm just
Say it.
hi.
There you go. Even though it took a lot of you to do that,
I know,
even
I'm
though it
just
sounded fake, thank you.
still reeling from the loss. That's been my mood.
You're like Eeyore today.
Eeyore.
I don't
Oh,
care.
stop.
Still wearing the same clothes. Hey, you're still wearing the same clothes from yesterday. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to episode 121 of Rez Hockey Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Trev, and with me, as always, is Bushrat, Chief. What else did we call you? Fuck, we got some. Oops, I swore. It's not a nice week. But yeah, it's how you feeling today, there, champ?
I'm not feeling the greatest. Um, Tough. It was bitter pill last night.
That meme
It's
that I made yesterday looked really legit, eh?
yeah. That was the only thing that brightened my day.
Did you watch La Bamba today?
No, I watched it a while ago though.
I tried to look for that sad song online, the one that guitar picking song. I couldn't find
Oh.
it though. I couldn't find it on Apple.
Hmm.
I was gonna send it to you. But yeah, welcome to this week's episode. Thanks for joining us again. And for those who are watching on YouTube, thanks for hanging out and
Yeah.
watching two good looking guys. So um this week our guest for 121, he is from Garden River First Nation, which is just outside Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. He's a forward with the is it current Memorial Cup champions?
Yes.
Because see, I was gonna say defending, but the season just ended, right?
Hmm.
He's a forward with the Saginaw Spirit. Our guest for this week is a young guy, Lincoln Moore.
Yeah. Hmm.
Lincoln's just, I think he's 19, 18 or 19, so he's still a young kid. So Lincoln came and came down and sat with us. Well, he didn't come down to where we live, but
No.
we did the Zoom call and hung out with us for a bit and talked some hockey. So we're very honored to have
Yeah.
a Memorial Cup winner sit down and talk some hockey with us. So it was really cool. I was honored. You have any shout outs you want to give on this week's episode?
Um. No.
No?
No.
You don't want to say hello to all the Oiler fans?
Of course I do. A
Okay, say hi.
shout out to all the Oiler fans that I know of. Dice Man,
Name,
Trevor
uh,
Dicehart, our
name
boy in
Cardinal out.
Saskatchewan. Yeah, named Cardle.
He lives in
Um,
BC.
yeah. All the whites from Whitefish Bay.
Um, Blackie in Edmonton.
Yeah. Colton,
Yellow, yeah, Yellow in Alberta. Who else? There's a lot of,
Ashley.
yeah. I'm sure Wasey's just he's happy, but he's not going to really show it.
No.
Him and Kyle, him and Dodger. So
Yeah.
our boy Donnie from Grand Prairie, who's currently traveling in Minneapolis. He's going to he drove from he's in Minneapolis right now. So he drove all the way from Grand Prairie yesterday.
Holy.
Is that and
Wow.
he's driving to Nashville. That's a crazy drive. So
That is crazy drive,
our
man.
boy
Wow.
Donnie, he's been messaging me throughout the day, and so have a safe drive, Donnie, to the good old Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to rub it in and bug you too much, but I do, but I don't. But in the inside, I'm happy.
I know.
Happy because they lost, but happy because it was a good series.
It was you can't take
7
nothing.
games, right?
You can't really say anything bad about the series. Yeah,
No,
people bitch about the refs, but you know what? They put the whistles away. Unless you draw blood, they're really not going to call. major penalty or
Like the first penalty on Montour was legit. The
oh
guy,
yeah.
he got his stick high and hit
Yep.
Mons right in the face. So that
Hmm.
was, but yeah, good on the refs. They put their whistles
Yep.
away, which they should do on a game 7. Just let them play.
Always. Yep.
So
Unless you break your stick over the guy's legs, like a vicious slash, then they're not going to call it, right?
okay, Oilers had a power play yesterday. The forward on Florida broke his stick. What do you do? Like the puck's in the Florida's end, and Oilers are just passing it around, trying to get that perfect shot, trying to make that perfect pass.
Yeah.
And that forward was he would go to Bouchard when Bouchard would have the puck, then he'd lay back, come deeper in the end. Should he go get a new stick, or should he
No.
still try to play like try to stay in front of Bouchard so Bouchard with his infamous hard Bouch bomb doesn't shoot the puck? Or that's such a tough call. Like, what do you
No.
do?
I'd never leave the play because if you leave to go get your stick,
Like, yeah, true. Like
the
Bouchard could just walk into the
yep.
slot and just hammer it, right?
And then you leave your team 5-on-3.
Yeah.
But depends what period it's in. If it's in the second period, no, if it's in the first and third period, you're closer to your bench, so you might get away with.
But the bench was like way on
Yeah.
the other side, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I think you really have to communicate with your one forward and your two Ds.
Yeah.
Tell them make a diamond, or is it
Hmm.
a diamond? Yeah,
Yeah. The diamond.
make the diamond play. Rush back because you know your trainer will have your stick ready.
Hmm.
Grab it, come back. I either I don't know. That's such a tough play.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, and like I wouldn't know what to tell my players if I was coaching. That's such a tough one. Stay in your end with
Yeah.
no stick, or be shorthanded even more and go grab a stick. But what if you get your stick and your forward, your defenseman gets it and gives you a breakaway pass,
Oh,
which
there's
is like
that.
1 in 1,000 though.
Yeah.
So yeah. Stanley Cup champs, Florida Panthers beat
Yeah.
the Edmonton Oilers in 7 games by a score of 2-1. Um, Brandon Montour, Six Nations, is a Stanley Cup champ.
Yeah.
As a Indigenous man, as a good-looking Indigenous man, Bush, how do you feel knowing Montour is a champ?
Happy for him.
That's
I
it.
really am. It's we don't we don't see too many of us brothers and cousins in the show, much less have such an impact the way White Cloud and Montour has had. So like they're a big part of their team. Like it's good that he earned it. He deserves it.
I want to see the injury report of
I know.
both teams because it seems like it was the level of hockey kind of dwindled, and it you could tell these guys were just tired
Yeah.
emotionally, physically,
Yeah.
mentally. Like seeing their pregame skate was like, holy jeez. Even though it's game 7 and it's you should be just fired up and ready to go,
Hmm.
but like you're playing 3 months of playoff hockey.
Yeah.
Your game plus like more than 20 games. So if you played the whole regular season, that's 82 games plus
Yeah.
playoff. That's over 100 games you're playing.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I'm sure Florida's ice isn't the greatest. Plus,
No.
you got 18,000 people in a rink where the ice is going to be so soft, and
Yeah.
you have to skate harder and work harder. So you could tell the players were tired. So, but
Yeah.
man, 3 months of playoff hockey,
Hmm.
it does take a toll on you. So yeah, kudos to all the players for showing up each game and um playing for that cup. What do you think of McDavid winning the Conn Smythe? Should he have won the Conn Smythe?
Most valuable to the team of the playoff, or most valuable player to a team in the playoffs. Yeah. Like Jay Shagir,
Yeah, he was what
uh,
5 points
from the
still
record.
shy of the record.
Yeah.
I wonder how many first place votes Bouchard got? Because I'm sure he would have got votes. But how do you feel with Draisaitl
Oh,
only
yeah.
having 2 assists in 7 games in the
I
finals?
know, eh? Snake bit. Yeah. He's definitely he's definitely harder on himself than anybody else's, I bet you.
I read a report on Twitter, or X as we call it now, that Draisaitl is going to play the remaining of his contract in Edmonton and doesn't want to sign with the Oilers. Do you believe
Oh,
that?
I don't believe that.
No,
No,
not one bit.
not one bit.
That's like band office gossip, right?
Yeah.
I could see that happening though. I mean, they're in their prime of their careers.
Yeah.
First time making like next year, what if you guys don't even make the playoffs?
Yeah.
What do the Oilers need to get, trade or sign to make it to the Cup Finals next year and win
Trade
it?
Nurse.
Yeah, he barely played, eh?
Yeah.
Like
And
Cody
when
Ceci played more than him.
yeah. And Nurse isn't he just doesn't have he just never had that one breakout year.
No, he was a
He
first round draft pick.
yeah.
They thought he was going to be a number 1 defenseman, but he just never really
No.
developed into that number 1 D. Huh. Yeah. I mean, that's $9 million you guys can
Yeah.
sign. You guys could sign like a top level.
Yeah.
Like you guys could
Mhm.
trade for Marner pretty much if you guys got rid of
Yeah.
Nurse. But yeah, if McDavid wasn't going to win the Conn Smythe, if he didn't win the Conn Smythe, I would say Bobrovsky. He was the only player good enough on the Florida team.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, Bobrovsky was awesome. I just wish Canada would make good goaltenders again
Yeah.
because Russia has so many good goalies. If they were able to play in these like world championships or Olympic
Yeah.
games, like Russia would do so good because their goaltending is so strong.
Yeah. Especially if Team Russia's allowed to play again.
Do you think Stuart Skinner is the number 1 goalie for Team Canada? Has he proved himself
Oh,
that he's the number 1 goalie now?
that second goal was chintzy. The
Yeah,
game
it
winning
was.
goal. I don't know if it looked tipped or not, but
It
it
didn't.
just
It was.
it was straight NA.
Why did Nurse play it so bad? Like he had a one-on-one. The Nurse
Yeah.
turned his shoulder, saw a forward behind him, the Florida forward, and went towards him and gave Reinhardt that whole, gave
Yeah.
him an extra 10 feet, and Reinhardt just scored.
He didn't even fake to like I always make a fake with my stick like I'm going to check the shooter so
Yeah.
they'll try and make him pass or try and do something else other than just walk in and shoot.
Yeah, because he totally went for that other forward in front of the net
Yeah.
that was behind Nurse's right shoulder and
Yeah.
just made Reinhardt walk in and shoot. He's a 50 goal scorer. Like, try to
Yeah.
take away every angle, every position from him from shooting a puck. You don't give him an extra 10 feet. And
No.
yeah, and yeah, Nurse was a big minus on that one.
No.
Led the game winning goal. What else? Refs put a whistle away. That was good.
Yeah.
Connor McDavid was really superstitious. Like we talked to Lincoln about that. I'm superstitious. You're superstitious with
Mhm.
your pink tape, your pink tape.
Yeah.
What does McDavid do with his holy socks? Does
I
he
think
get rid of him or should he
he,
keep them?
he should get rid of him because he changed his pregame attire
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, he did.
Do you think Shania Twain was bad luck for the Oilers going into the dressing room?
Yeah. You don't go in the dressing room. You gotta leave players alone at some point.
I mean, you don't see Our Lady Peace going in the dressing room.
No.
I mean, you don't see Alanis Morissette, who sang the national anthems, going in Florida's dressing room after
Yeah.
they won.
Yeah.
But yeah, So if any famous singers are listening and you are asked to sing in the Stanley Cup finals, the national anthem,
Hmm.
do it, then just leave.
Yeah.
Don't go in the dressing rooms. So I'll remember that next time.
Okay.
Hyman, 16 goals. Did
Yeah.
you think he was going to break Reggie Leach and Yuri Curry's record of 19 goals?
No, I didn't think he was. Obviously, he wanted something like that, but no, I didn't think he was going to break it.
16 goals is still really good,
It's really, yeah.
but I mean, you're playing with McDavid, so you and I could
Mhm.
probably score 16 goals easy.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about the Stanley Cup winning photo of Florida Panthers, they're not like Rez teams. When teams take pictures in the championship for their championship photos, you know what's missing in the Florida Panthers photos compared to
Kids.
the
The res photos.
Rez photos? There's
Ah,
no kids.
yeah.
You don't see championship NHL players holding their kids, and
Hmm.
so I wonder if anyone would start that trend. Brandon Montour just has a son. He should have brought his little son into the team photo.
Yeah.
So overall, game 7, it went to 7 games. Florida won. What would you rate the NHL Stanley Cup finals out of 10?
10.
I would too. It was
Yeah.
good. It was I mean, other than that 8-1 shellac, and was it
Hmm.
8-1 or
It
9-1?
was the 8-1.
8-1. Other than that, it was good. I mean, like I really truly am a fan of Barkov now. I mean, he's so good, man.
Yeah.
Like he's probably the best. He's the best defensive forward
Yeah.
in the game, and like David still flies out there. Like people say he's a natural, but he's not a natural. He just worked hard at it. Like Sidney Crosby, Connor Bedard, like these guys put in countless hours
Yeah.
of fine tuning their skating, their shooting, right?
Hmm.
Like people say, oh yeah, McDavid's a natural, but no, he put in so
No.
much work. And it pays off because he's the best player in the league right now. So yeah, I give I'll say 9. Yeah, I'll say 9.5. But yeah, it was a good finals. I really enjoyed it, and um play by play was okay. But I mean, only thing I didn't like was just like the intermission, like nothing against him, Rod McLean and the panel, I guess. Kelly Rudy. Kelly Rudy's really old school, man.
He is.
He compares goaltending to when he played for the Kings in
Yeah.
'93. He's like, you can't compare that. That's night and day, man.
Yeah.
But it was a good Stanley Cup Finals. And
Hmm.
FYI, guys, I did not attend Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It was just a joke. I gotta stop joking around because everyone believes everything. I
Yeah.
post something. Our buddy from Eagle Lake, Jimmy Gardner, messaged. He goes, "Are you really at Game 7, Trev?" He goes, "I really don't know to believe you or not."
Yeah.
And I told James like, "No, I'm just kidding around." And because I made a Facebook story and I just posted a picture of Paula and I when we were going to
Hmm.
Vegas in April, so I just used that picture and surprised no one picked up that it was an old photo because I
Yeah.
posted it before on Facebook, and in the bottom right hand picture on the picture I put JK and I put laughing emojis and no one picked that up.
No.
So everyone thought I was in Game 7 in Florida. I mean, it'd be nice, but
Yeah.
um it was just a tad out of my budget by a couple by 10 grand at least. But Game 6 tickets, speaking of tickets, how crazy were the tickets for Game 6? I looked at Ticketmaster. If you were gonna sit in row 1 along the ice, you're paying 10 G's, man.
That is a little absurd.
And when you sit along the glass, you can't even see 25 at least 25% of the rink, right?
Mhm.
I mean, when Nick and I went to the Manitoba, we We were like row 15, something like that, in the 100 section at the MTS Center or Canada Life
Mhm.
Center where the Jets and Moose play. And there was a bunch of empty seats along the glass. And I told, like, let's go sit down there and see how royalty feels and
Yeah.
to watch the game, the Moose game. And we were there for like a couple of minutes. We didn't like it because we couldn't see nothing, the far end, like the corner that you're sitting along, you can't see the far corner. So we
Yeah.
were just the heck with this. So I don't know why a lot of people pay big bucks to sit along the glass. It's not, it doesn't really do anything for me as a fan. You're just taking
Mhm.
yourself out of the play watching the game. So I'm usually good for between row 10 and row 15 to sit on the sides. How about you? Is that your ideal sitting location?
No, I like to sit
Or
in the corner.
corner?
Yeah.
I don't like, since my eyes are kind of getting older or wiser. I don't like sitting lengthwise no more. I like sitting on the side so I can see the whole ice. So, uh, speaking your good buddy Corey Perry,
My buddy.
the 4 year curse.
Yeah. Yeah. 5. Yeah. 4 year.
4 years.
Yeah.
Do you think teams are going to want to sign him next year if he comes
No,
back?
I don't think so.
Like, if like a lot of guys are like superstitious, right? Like they're gonna say, "You lost the cup 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Why would we sign you?" So I'm gonna pray smudge and lay down tobacco that the Leafs don't sign Corey Perry. Like he's a good player and everything. Like he's
Yeah.
that old school in your face. I'm gonna stand in front of the net and piss off your goalie, which teams always need.
Yeah.
But come playoffs, he's just. I mean, he had one goal. He had a nice goal, I guess.
Yeah. That was a nice tip.
Yeah, McDavid goes through four guys,
I know.
and Perry just goes thick on the ice, drives the net. So, but yeah, it was a good finals. I don't think it'll be maybe in those type of finals are like once every 5-10 years, right?
Mhm.
So, how do you feel as an Oilers fan having the Oilers lose twice, 2006, 2024?
Twice. Oh,
Did,
both
is
heartbreaks.
this one more painful because it went to seven? Did the other one go 7 games
I
too,
went to
right?
sub. Yeah, they
Oh
lost
man,
3-1.
you guys are not good in 7 games.
We almost lost the first game 7 against well, no, not really. Think think they beat Philadelphia like 6-3 or 6-2 in 87, I think.
So how long are you gonna mope around for?
Probably at least 5 more minutes.
You should wear your Bouchard jersey to work tomorrow. You'll
No.
probably just, uh, the town that Bush lives in, his office is on like the main street in town in Kenora. So if he walks down Main Street, everyone will just look at him and see him in his older jersey. You should turn it inside out and walk down the street. Uh, yeah. So yeah, it was a good series, but yeah, I feel. And I didn't want to text you. I just left you alone last night. I was a good
You
friend.
did, and I
I didn't
appreciate that.
one text. I wasn't teasing. I wasn't. I just let the man
Yeah.
be. I wanted to though,
Yeah.
but I wanted to bug a bunch of other fans.
Yeah.
But before we go to our interview with Lincoln, can you do the Oilers like Bob? Do it.
No.
I bet you feel better after that.
No.
Oh man, that was
What I
classic. That,
what I should have done is shaved my beard for it and did classic. No.
you
Because he
should.
he had that scraggly looking beard.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna get rid of your playoff beard now?
I'm thinking.
You should do it. Fresh start, new beginnings,
Yeah.
new chapter, or do like I don't know, make it like a '70s porn stash or something.
Oh,
with the
all the way down.
handlebars. Yeah.
Oh, you just gave me inspiration.
Then get like the deadly wicked 70 sideburns too. Do it. Okay, let's before we get into get over carried away with Bush's mustache and his
Yeah.
sideburns. Let's go to our interview with Lincoln Moore of Garden River First Nation. Let's
All
go.
right.
One. Rez Hockey would like to introduce you our guest for this week for episode 121. He is from Garden River First Nation, which is just outside Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. He's a 2024 Memorial Cup winner with the Saginaw Spirits. Whereas Hockey would like to introduce Lincoln Moore to the show. Welcome to the show, man.
You thanks for having me.
I almost called I almost said Saginaw Gears. Probably in the 90s, there was a pro team where Rochi used to play in the United League, and they were called like Saginaw Gears. So I almost said
Yeah,
Gears instead of Spirits.
I get Flynn, eh?
Yeah, he played for Flint.
Yeah, he had
Um,
like a throwback jersey.
yeah, I mean, I remember playing against him in one tournament, him and his cousin Dean Roach.
Yeah.
He lives up in Moose Factory, and they were playing for a community called Constance Lake, which is like west of Kapuskasing. And the
Mhm.
two of them just dominated the game, and we thought we had a stacked team at the time, but both of them just turned it up a notch and they beat us, and they were wearing their Flint colors. So a lot of history with the Garden Boys and
Yeah,
hockey in Southern Michigan, right?
they can play. They can play for sure.
How did you get started in hockey? Tell us from like did you start in Adam or novice?
Um, well, we're going way back here. I actually started. I wasn't old enough to play hockey here, so I started when I was three. It wasn't like leagues where I can play in. So I went down to it's called like Deborah.
Okay.
It's probably about I don't know, 45 minutes away from here. It was just like house league, but got on a team there and yeah, been playing ever since.
Was it always a goal for you to like the AAA program in Sault Ste. Marie is really strong. It's always been strong. They have a good
Yeah,
history and stuff like that. A lot of
yeah,
good hockey players from Garden, like the Nolan brothers and like even Batchwana with your buddy Evan and like his dad. Was it always a goal for you to play AAA in the Sioux program?
yeah, for sure. Like we started it. It wasn't considered AAA, but the rep program, uh, they started in Adams. So, I think like novice. My dad was talking to me about it, and he sat me down. He was like, "People like, you serious about this? You want to do this? You want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm all for it." Yeah,
Now, speaking of the Great North League, we were talking about it off air.
yeah,
That back when I played, it was called the Great North Midget League, but now they call it the Great U18 Great North League. Do you think that league doesn't get the recognition it deserves because it's a really good league and it produced a lot of good players throughout the years.
yeah. I mean, there's obviously some years where I mean it wasn't strong and some of it was, but yeah, I mean there's a lot of good talent, especially the past couple of years. I know so many guys to name. I mean, from like the '03 to I mean the draft that just happened, there's been like a lot of kids from the Great North Midget League and um, Northern Ontario, I guess, who got drafted.
How is it like is it a cool experience for you being a First Nations kid and seeing a lot of other First Nation kids? Because I know like Moose Factory, there's a lot of kids that like they were playing like Timmins, Kapuskasing, and some go to Sudbury. So is it always a special moment knowing that you're playing against a lot of First Nation kids in that league?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's the battle between us. And yeah, I mean, got a lot of respect for them, and just happy they're playing.
Uh, after your U18 season with the Sioux, you were drafted first overall, but is it Saginaw or Saginaw?
Saginaw.
Saginaw.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I even butcher that name. The Saginaw Spirit and the U18 OHL draft. Can you tell us about that day?
Yeah, I was actually in I was out at like the NAHC. It was 2022 where we were. Like Cape Breton,
Okay.
that area. And I mean, like, leading up to it, I didn't really like know what to expect, or uh know if I was gonna get drafted. And I don't know, I had a couple of texts and calls with my agent, like some former coaches, and they said, like, be on your phone, like it should happen quick. And yeah, it was they got they had like the both like girls and boys team there. We were just in the hotel and set it up on the computer, and all the organization, Team Ontario was there and everybody. And it was actually it was like behind like 12 minutes. So I didn't none of us were me and Rochi were sitting there, and we were just like what's happening? What's happening? We kept like swiping on the phone, nothing was happening. And it just my name popped up, and he was like you just went first overall. And I was like, that was crazy.
Were you expecting to go first or overall? Like, did you have any idea that Saginaw was going to pick you?
To be honest, I didn't. I mean, there's another kid here from the Sioux he was telling me all year. He was like, "You're coming here. I'm gonna get you drafted. You're coming." And I was sitting there. I was like, like you can do that. But originally I thought I was gonna go to Peterborough. I think they had like the sixth overall pick. Um, yeah, I had a couple of good talks with them, and it sounded like it was gonna happen. But yeah, sad picking. Couldn't be more happier.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
How did your rookie season with the Spirit go? Your first year in the league?
It's definitely a learning experience. A lot of ups and downs. I wouldn't say I played a lot, but I played a good amount. I mean, I got a lot of experience at you. And, um, yeah, I mean, a lot of great guys on the team. And it's good. Overall, it was a good year.
What was the toughest transition to playing junior and living in the US?
Wayne Jr. I mean, I feel like everybody's just gonna say like speed and size, but speed, size, and just like quicker plays too. I feel like the whole like the speed in junior hockey can be, I don't know, like, what am I trying to say here? I don't know. There's not much of this difference between like some of the junior leagues and major junior, but in speed. But just like the way people think the game, I think that was the biggest like eye opener for me. Make me realize I have to think a little bit quicker. And yeah.
How was it like going to school in the US? I mean, you're a kid from Northern Ontario, and now you're
Yeah.
going to a school in Michigan, which is a totally different country. Was it hard to
Yeah.
transition as a student?
Not really, no, not particularly. I mean, I got to give it to our academic advisor. She was, I mean, she was awesome to us. Made sure our assignments are in time and keeping our grades up. Um, I mean, yeah, like I went from 800 people school to like 2,500. But
Jeez.
it's
Okay.
eye opening for sure. I enjoyed it though.
How are the road trips like Saginaw going? Something like going pretty much. It's pretty a long bus ride for most of your trips. How are the bus rides?
I mean, it's tough. They're long. My first year, I had to double up. So sitting there going to a game and I was cramping up. Um, yeah, that was good. All the team camaraderie on the bus and all that was good.
So usually they have the rookies at the front of the bus sitting behind the coaches. Then you got
Yeah.
your second, third years, and you got the vets. Where are you on the bus currently?
Currently,
Currently,
um, I'm like take the middle of the bus. I'd say like three three seats ahead. So like it's not like the front. It's like between the front and the middle.
what about this upcoming season, the 24-25 season? Are you slowly making your way to the back of the bus?
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. Hopefully we can make that happen.
Tell us about your first goal in the O.
First goal. I mean, got into that was like it was one of my first games, I think. Haven't really played much. One of that Oshawa link was crazy. Um, I think I got into a scrap before the goal too. So a lot of adrenaline and um, uh, D got it, rolled over to the point, uh, gave a good shot and perfect rebound came right on my tape, just tapped it in.
Nice.
Zach Hyman
Money
style.
maker. Exactly. Goal's a goal. Goal's a goal.
A goal is a goal,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Were you able to play in the Sioux this year? Were you able to play back home?
Yeah. I think I might have been hurt one or two games, but um, yeah, I played here a lot. Sick. I love it. Love playing and coming back here.
This past season, the Spirit had a good season where you guys won the West Division. How was your
Yeah.
regular season?
Like team?
Team and
Yeah.
individual wise.
Team. I mean, started off a little slow. I think I want to say we might have been dead last to start the year. But had a couple of trades and um turned our team around and gave it a little extra juice that we needed. And uh, yeah, it ended up being a great season, obviously.
Were you guys kind of getting nervous, knowing you guys were the host team of the Memorial Cup and you guys were
Yeah,
last in your division?
yeah, because I'm pretty sure. I remember hearing or something online. I seen that there was a Mem Cup team, and I remember they were like dead last, and they were so bad, and I think they got it like taken from them.
Oh yeah, I
So
remember that.
it's the last thing we won.
Yeah, the Spirit, you guys were the host team at the Memorial Cup. How was it leading up to the tourney?
I was so nervous. I didn't know what to expect at all. I mean, I knew we had a great team, but yeah, other leagues and playing London all year. I didn't know what to expect, but um, yeah, it was just. I mean, I was excited. I was excited and nervous at the same time. Um, just good. Yeah, I think we had like a good month there of practice, and yeah, it was awesome.
Was it were you nervous knowing that you were on TSN every game and there was always cameras around you and the boys?
Yeah, yeah. I was telling my parents that actually I had an interview after one of my games, and it's terrible. It was terrible. I had like 30 people sitting there, cameras in my face, and oh, couldn't do it.
How when they did the player introduction, like each player you had to say your name and stuff. Like, were you nervous when TSN did that player introduction?
I probably did that about 10 times. And I only had to, I think I had to remember where I was from, my position, my name, and some. There was like four things, and I couldn't do it. It was terrible.
How was it playing against Max McHugh and Pavel McKenzie in the tourney, both whom are Indigenous players?
Yeah, I mean, it was an honor, obviously, both being Indigenous, uh, representing our heritage, and um, that's not something to take lightly. And uh, yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. Um, thought thought we could have all got a picture there, but um, yeah, I think me and Pav ended up getting one. And that was good. I got to meet him after too. So
Yeah, someone sent us, I think it was someone in Pavel's family sent us a big group picture of your family and his family
yeah,
together. Yeah, that was a
yeah,
really sick picture.
yeah, it's awesome.
Tell us about the last 10 seconds of the championship game. You guys were up one against the London Knights. Tell us how you were feeling in that last 10 seconds of the game.
Uh, I just be honest, I blacked out, so I don't remember much. um, just yeah, it's getting hard to talk about it. Um, I was just so happy and so relieved we didn't get the win. So excited for the guys. All the hard work we put through or were put through, and like the adversity, and yeah, it was best feeling ever by far.
Yeah, the Memorial Cup's probably one of the hardest trophies to win in hockey. So like lifting, like when you got it, how was it lifting that Memorial Cup?
Uh, I mean, like I said, it was best feeling in the world. I mean, um, looked right up to the parents, and yeah, I mean, can't even describe it. It's just it was such a great feeling.
We actually had his name is Judd Blackwater. He played for Spokane Chiefs when they won the Memorial Cup, and when they lifted it up, it broke.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
didn't want that out there.
yeah, was the Memorial Cup in good shape after you guys finished all your finished with it that night?
Little dirty. Not gonna lie. I think we might have. I don't know if it was us, but like the little guys on there, the little
Oh yeah.
sticks were like a little bit like dented, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know if that was us or if it was already like that. But
Nowadays championship rings are really nice and they're really big in size. How
yeah,
excited are you to get a nice Memorial Cup championship ring?
yeah, I'm fired right up for that. They actually a couple days ago they got all of our ring sizes and stuff. So yeah, fired up for that.
Are you going to be repping that ring all the time and just showing it off? Because I know
24/7,
I would be
24/7 all day long.
definitely, man. You earned it. You got to freaking wrap it for sure. I knew,
Yeah,
yeah, because I knew guys who won the Memorial Cup and won a lot of league championships, and they always wear their championship rings. Like, all for it, man. You gotta totally represent all those
yeah,
blood, sweat, and tears, right?
exactly. We got a watch too after. I thought it was pretty neat.
Like was that from the team owner or was that?
Uh, no, it just said like Memorial Cup on it. So
Oh, nice. Do you wear
yeah, it's
that?
pretty sweet. Oh, she's in the case still.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm wearing that.
Off air, you before Bush came on, you and I were talking about the Little NHL, which is an annual tournament in Ontario that all the First Nations in Ontario play their minor hockey. How special was it for you growing up and playing in that special tournament?
Yeah, super special to me. I mean, every year, I just look forward to get my season over and heading down to Toronto for the NHL. But yeah, I got to play with a bunch of buddies from my reserves, and then played for a couple different reserves growing up. So yeah, I mean, it's funnest of, I mean, it was the funnest tournament I think growing up. So yeah, it was awesome.
What are your plans this summer?
Pretty plain, probably gonna work, get some money, work out, golf probably. That's about it. Yeah,
Just living the life.
exactly.
Pre-game music's such a big factor, even from like when Bush and I used to play. And what kind of music do you listen to that pump you up before a game?
I like rap a lot, so I'll get into that. Somebody's not playing tunes I like, I'll just throw on my headphones and play some rap off my playlist.
No, like no old school rock or anything like that. Just
I mean, they'll play it. They'll play it. I don't mind it, but um, I feel like the rap gets me going. The beats and everything, yeah, gets me going.
um, when I even like when I played back in the day, I was very superstitious. Like I'm still superstitious now. I play old timers, and I still do the same thing pretty much. Are you a superstitious player before you're like dressing up, or you got to do certain things before a game?
Um, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm too superstitious. There's definitely um, usually. I mean, like I put on my equipment, like left side first every time. Um, Take my stick the same way. Um, Usually, I'll hop on I'll hop on the bike when I'm like half dressed uh just before warm-ups. Uh, that's about it. Have a banana. I have a banana, yeah. That's it.
What kind of twig do you use?
The I actually have the CCM Tax ASV. Yeah,
What kind
CCM
of
Tax
flex and
ASV.
curve?
I got a 80 flex, but I cut it down, so it's probably like a 82, 83. And then I got a P28.
Oh yeah.
It's like in between the fat blade and the normal blade.
So do you enjoy getting like the free perks of a major junior player, free skates
Yeah,
and twigs and all the equipment?
yeah, I love it. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas all over again. And the little kids sitting there.
How many twigs were you allowed to bring home this year?
I got 6 this year,
It's
which
not bad.
is yeah, it's pretty good.
What
Just trying to
advice?
not break them.
Yeah.
Try to
Stay away from the guy that always gives you a two-hander in scrub hockey
exactly
because there's always a guy.
always.
What advice would you give young players who are coming up who who'd follow through your steps, like they weren't drafted at after playing U15 or U16, and now they're playing AAA at 17 and they want to make that jump to major junior? Like, what would you tell someone who's similar in your shoes?
I mean, just put your mind to it. I mean, you'd be able to do anything really if you put the work in and yeah, I mean, have fun while you're doing it. Yeah.
Before we let you go, we have a thing that we call 5 rapid niche questions. Just
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, 5 really quick questions. You just whatever comes to your head, you got to answer. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Question number 1: Bannock burger? No, fried or baked bannock?
Right.
Question number 2: Ever use a bed sheet for a door or curtain?
Yeah. I got a bed sheet covering my window. I mean, I got curtains up, but I got a bed sheet
Perfect.
covering my window.
Question number 3. I don't know. This might be too young for you, but ever see Ernest Muniz live in concert?
No, can't say I have.
It's a guy. He's an older guy he lives in Winnipeg, and he's really well known, like west of you.
Mhm.
They call him the King of the North. So he's like the niche version of Elvis, I guess you could say, because
Okay.
he's getting up there in age. Question number 4: Indian taco or Bannock burger?
Indian taco all day.
All the way.
Yeah.
All day.
5th and last question: Can you jig?
Can I jig?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what jigging is? Is YouTube it? You'll when we're done this interview, YouTube it and you'll understand. A lot of natives do jigging. It's from like what is it from? It's like from Ireland, right? When they came over
Yeah.
here, they brought that type of that dance. So a lot of First Nations and Indigenous people jig nowadays. It's like fiddle music. It's like dancing to fiddle music.
Oh,
I think Rochi said
oh.
he could jig when Rochi was on the show last year.
I'll have to go ask him.
Trev said you could jig. Can you show me how to jig?
I'll send you guys a video.
Yeah.
I'll have to get that.
All right, Link. Thanks for taking the time on your busy summer schedule to come on the show and tell us your hockey journey. We really appreciate it, man.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
One of these days we'll have to meet up and talk some more hockey. So best of luck in the upcoming hockey season and enjoy your summer, man, while you can.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
I will talk to you again.
Yes.
Hi.
That's the Oilers fan we know.
Yeah.
Welcome back from our interview with Mr. Lincoln Moore of Garden River First Nation, 2024 Memorial Cup winner with the Saginaw Spirit. There's an old team, like I mentioned in his interview. There's a pro team. They used to be called the Saginaw Gears. So that's what comes to my mind when I think of Saginaw. But yeah, great, good kid. I know a lot of teenagers are really busy during the summer, so we're thankful for him taking the time to come sit with us and talk some hockey. So, okay. I actually have one shout out. I want to give a shout out and a thank you to where is it? I'm just looking through my notes here. The National Indigenous Law Students Association. They made a post about 7 podcasts that you should listen to, and we made the list.
We made the list, eh? Nice.
So we're just thank you for considering us and thinking of us. I'll mention the 7 because we just want to give shout outs to the 7 because doing this podcast, it's really busy. Bush and I are busy and it takes a few hours. I mean, just on the night that we make the show, but like during the week we'll write down ideas and looking for a guest. So We'll name the 6, I guess, because we're the 7th, right?
Yeah.
Missing and murdered. Finding Cleo. Next is calling her auntie. Next is all my relations. Next is the matriarch movement. Coffee with my ma and Métis in space. So those are the 6 Indigenous podcasts. So check them on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your music, your podcast platforms, because just like us, we were very thankful for the listeners that we do get in. So, and I'm sure they're in the same boat as us. So so search them and take a listen to them. So what was I going to say next? Oh, I had that. Or whatever. I can't think. NHL draft. It's a busy weekend for NHL this week. You got the draft.
Yeah.
You got free agents. And the draft is in good old Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. So we just want to say good luck. There's a couple Indigenous players who are eligible for the draft. You have Caden Lidstrom, Chase Wadsky. He's the goalie that played for Whitefish Flyers.
Okay.
He was a really good goalie. He that game between him and Beers Blackhawks, that was a really good game.
Yeah.
That kid's a really good goalie. Former guest of the show, Dalen Wakely, is eligible for the NHL draft. Brothers Corbin and Jackson Vaughn. So those are 5 Indigenous players who are on the Central Scouting Bureau, their final draft listings. So good luck to all 5 who are eligible for this year's draft. So it's I'm sure it's nerve-wracking. I mean, you might or might not get the call, and if you do get the call, just good work, congratulations. But if you don't, you got to put in the hours, you got to put in the work, right? Because perfect example, Israel Mianchkum from Mistissini. He didn't get drafted, but look at him now. He's signed an AHL contract. He's had a very successful overage year in the Sherbrooke Phoenix. I think that's what the team's called that he played for.
Yeah.
But he had a good year, so he really had to prove to himself and hit the gym and really dedicate himself to wanting to get a pro contract, and that's what he did. So good luck. So good luck to all. Excuse me. Good luck to all the players. And if you guys need an agent, message me. Bush and I will be your agent and see what we can get you for contracts. We'll hook you up for the Freddie and other Rez tourneys. Okay, this the Hockey Hall of Fame inductees came out for the 2024 season, I guess, or 2024 hockey class. Yeah. With that being said, we'll do a list of Rez Hockey top 5 Indigenous players that belong in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This is in no order. We're just saying 5 players who deserve to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. The first one, even though he's just retired this year, I'm sure he'll get the call after his 3 years of eligibility comes up. But it's Carey Price. I think he'll be. He deserves to be in the Hall. He had a really good career. Unfortunately, he didn't win the cup with the Canadiens, but it was he pretty much single-handedly took the Canadiens to the cup finals during the bubble year. But he won World Juniors, he won Olympic gold and Calder Cup. He won everywhere he played. So I think he'll be a shoo-in when he's eligible. So next on our list is he's a member of the USA Hockey Hall of Fame. He was a very big he's a former NHL player and WHA player. He's from Wall Road, Minnesota, the late, great Henry Boucher. Henry unfortunately had to retire early due to an eye injury, which was intentional. There's a documentary out and he really talks about it. And he was jumped by a Boston Bruins player intentionally, and it affected one of his eyes, so he was blind in one eye. But Henry was a very good man. He was unfortunately he passed away last year. He and I kept in touch throughout the years, and he was supposed to come on the show, but I kind of forgot about him. And by the time I asked him, he was sick, and he said, "Sorry, I can't do it, Trev. I'm not doing good health wise." And
Hmm.
a couple of months later, he passed away. So it was on me, and I was feeling really guilty and just felt kind of bad because Henry loves talking hockey and he just loves sharing his story. So I was feeling bad that Henry wasn't able to come on the show to share his story because he was probably one of the best hockey players to come out of Warroad, Minnesota.
Hmm.
Next on our list is a player that played in the NHL like a long time ago. Taffy Abel, his name is. He's an Ojibwe from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Played in NHL when there was like 6 teams, like in the 1920s, so over
Hmm.
100 years ago. Um, Racism was so bad that he was I guess you could say a light skinned Indian, so he had to say he was not an indigenous man, but uh a Caucasian man,
Hmm.
just for him to play hockey. And it worked, but he was the first indigenous man from either side of the border to play in the NHL in the 1920s. So another one is Theo Fleury, former guest of the
Yeah.
show. Theo won everywhere he went.
Yeah.
Uh, Won the IHL, Stanley Cup, gold medal, World Juniors.
Mhm.
This guy's a proven champion, and he has a good story, a very good testimony. So it'd be good to see Theo
Yeah.
in the Hockey Hall of Fame. And the first guy that we have is the Riverton Rifle, Reggie Leach
Yeah.
himself. Um, so hopefully Reggie and the rest of these four players get a chance to go in the Hockey Hall of Fame, because look at Shea Weber. He was announced today in the 2024 class. I don't think Shea Weber was.
No.
There's no way. Theo Fleury had a way better
Yeah.
career. Reggie Leach had a better career. And why is Shea Weber? Because of the
Yeah.
slap shot?
Yeah. Who knows?
He won the Norris. He won the Norris Trophy once, and that was the only individual award he's ever won. Ever won. Like, I think he may have won what, Olympic gold, maybe
Yeah.
World Juniors, but no Stanley Cup. Like,
No.
so I don't know. I was like, Jeremy Roenick is kind of, but Theo Fleury is above Jeremy Roenick, I think.
Absolutely, he is. Yep.
I mean, Datsuk was good too, but not first ballot in the first opportunity, like
Yeah.
that 3-year waiting period that they
Hmm.
have to do. Like these players that we just announced, that they should be ahead of all three players. I mean, if I was Theo Fleury, Reggie Leach, I'd be like annoyed and upset.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, Reggie Leach had a lot of problems. Same as Theo Fleury during their playing days, but we can't
No.
judge their playing career on their activities away from the ice. So it's it's another year of waiting for these guys. So hopefully they get the call in 2025, because
Yeah.
they deserve it.
Yeah.
We should make like a like an Indigenous Hockey Hall of Fame. We should, because I know
Yeah.
there's like other eth, eth, what's the word, ethnicity,
Yes, you got it.
that have like special like Hall of Fames for based on their cultural background. So maybe we have to do that.
Mhm.
The first people that go in are me and you.
Yes.
Then we'll have it like WWE WWE Hall of Fame. Ever watched? I watched one before. I was like, holy jeez, these guys go all out. Um, you could say my speech like when you're introducing me, then I'll say your speech when I'm introducing you. And
Okay.
now, number two.
Yeah.
He's
Or
yeah, it's
like those Saturday Night Live characters that read each other's jokes.
yeah. And we have to dress up in like Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
You get the orange. I'll get the blue.
Okay. All right.
Just don't hit me with your cane. Just a 200 in the back,
Yeah.
right in the calves. So, NHL free agency will be coming up to July 1st.
Mhm.
Brandon Montour will be a free agent. That's where the Oilers got to get him.
Yeah.
Get rid of Nurse.
Get rid of Nurse.
How much do you think Montour is going to get? 7?
If he doesn't get at least 6, then
I think
something's wrong. All right. But mind you, he might want to stay in Florida where they don't pay taxes,
that's true.
right? Like,
Because like the NHL player, like how do you get NHL players to come to Canada?
Yeah.
To come play in Winnipeg, come play Toronto, Ottawa, where you're paying 13%
yeah.
of your contract to the government. So I think Toronto's, even though it's the, what did he call it? The what is Toronto? What did they call Toronto? Like the center of the hockey universe. But how do you get players to go to there? Like even though it's the Toronto Maple Leafs, like I wouldn't sign there. Like Vegas, they're tax free, so I would go where there's taxes are not as much.
Yeah.
Because, but either way, you make American dollar, right?
Yeah.
I remember back in the 90s when the Hockey News used to do like a league salary. They'll show each player's salary, and certain players were only making Canadian dollars still.
I know.
Like that would hurt because I remember in the early 90s, our dollar was like really bad. It was like 60 cents.
Yeah. It was horrible.
It was horrible. Like so a lot of these Canadian players were coming up here and making way less money compared to. So I think it was like in a maybe 93, 94 where a lot of those players were saying like I want to get paid in American dollars now and stuff like that. So but I think they should get rid of the NHL salary cap. Because look how rich Toronto, they're $1 billion team.
Yeah.
They would be their salary cap would be 250 million like the Yankees.
Like the Yankees, yeah.
So I mean, why didn't the Toronto Maple Leafs really stack their teams before there was a salary cap? They had the money. Well, like remember when they tried to get Ron Francis and Phil Housley, Kelly Johansson? Like, yeah, those guys are not in their prime no more. And I think that's the last year they made the conference finals. But yeah, it should be interesting. Hope Montour gets 7 years for $7 million a year. So that's what, 49 million. Because he deserved it. He's one of the best out there. What else? Canada Day. Do you celebrate Canada Day as an Indigenous man?
No, not really.
Neither do I.
I never really have.
I know growing up, like in Moose Factory was really big on it during the summer, but that was before we all knew what the government was really, how they really are, I guess. Like as kids, we didn't know.
No.
But now as we're adults, like I don't really celebrate it. Like, yeah, it's a day off, but I'll wear orange just to show our support, my support for the ones who never made it back home. But it's summertime now. With that being said, I think Bush and I we're gonna come. Well, next week we'll have a show.
Yep.
Then after that,
we're not taking a hiatus.
We're gonna do every 2 weeks because it's the middle of summer, so hockey's gonna be slow, right? So we're gonna do every 2 weeks. Next week we have on our show Mr. Tyler Fiddler. Fids lives in Calgary, Alberta. He's from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, and he works with the Mount Royal University hockey team. So Fids is a former teammate, a friend of the show, Mitch Saginaw. So it should be interesting what Fid has to say about Shags, because Shags is awesome.
Yeah,
he's Shags is a provincial police officer in training, so I feel safe knowing he's going to be protecting
that he's going to be. Yes, me too.
If I had to compare a cop to Shags, it'd probably be those two cops on Superbad. You know who I'm talking about? That
Oh, I think I remember. I've been a while since I watched Superbad, but I think I know
Just-
what you're talking
yeah,
about.
it's funny. So, well, everyone have a good long weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sun, or put sunscreen on if you're out and about. Don't get
Mhm.
burnt anymore, as you're already brown. As you could tell, Bush, he doesn't tan his upper arms. Just
Oh yeah, look at that.
he already has, what do you call those, farmer tans?
Farmer tan, yeah.
So yeah, everyone have a good long weekend, and we'll see
Mhm.
you again next Tuesday. So and to all your Oiler friends, do a good smudge. Just
Yeah.
take away all that negativity, and maybe go have an ice cream or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's what I did when the Leafs lost. I just
Mhm.
totally went comfort food and just so I know how you guys feel being
Okay.
losers.
Yeah.
Just remember, Bush, I was a loser before you were a loser.
Okay.
If that helps you. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and spread the word. I mean, I'm still getting chirped from SJ for having low YouTube views, and
Awesome.
like our Facebook page. I mean, we love posting memes and making fun of each other and
Yeah.
making fun of our brothers and sisters out there in Indian country. So like our YouTube page, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So
Yeah.
everyone have a good
Please.
week, and we'll talk to you again.
Peace.
Peace.